Pennsylvania should become a right-to-work state. It's a common sense policy that costs taxpayers $0, but makes a lot of sense. And by looking at the statistics of right-to-work states, is a proven economic generator that will help Pennsylvania to create the jobs that tens of thousands of Pennsylvanians need to have created so they can gain employment again. We're going to restore a basic freedom to workers and create a job engine through right to work. So you'll hear from a lot of folks on that, and the first one that you'll hear from is Mr. Matthew Wagner. He's the Communications Director for Pennsylvanians for Right to Work.
Good morning. I wanted to begin my remarks today by quoting the man we honored yesterday, Dr. Martin Luther King. He summed up the reason we're gathered here today when he said, "Time is always right to do what is right." That's exactly what these courageous legislators are doing here today as they honor the Open Workforce Initiative legislation, as they introduce the Open Workforce Initiative legislation. They're standing up for what is right. That's why I am proud to stand in solidarity with them, representing the Pennsylvanians for Right to Work and its thousands of activists all over the Commonwealth. The Open Workforce Initiative legislation is just common sense. Why should any individual be forced to join an organization just for the privilege of working for a company? Indeed, if someone wants to pay dues to an organization to have them negotiate their employment contract for them, they should have that right. However, they should have the corresponding right to negotiate their own contract with their employer if they so choose. It's a simple enough concept, and it's one that 40% of the union households and 70% of the general population agree with. Not only does Open Workforce Initiative legislation make common sense, it makes fiscal sense as well. 7 of the 10 highest wage-earning states are right-to-work states. In fact, 72% of the job growth that has occurred under the Obama administration occurred in right-to-work states. It's no wonder either, since 9 of the 10 best states to do business in, according to CNBC, were states with right-to-work laws in place. So now that it's established that this legislation makes both common sense and fiscal sense, I have just one question for union leaders. What exactly are you afraid of? If you truly believe in union membership, even though 2/3 of union households do not believe they're getting enough value for their union dues, you have nothing to worry about in this legislation. Even after it passes, your members won't mind paying their dues because you're doing such a good job negotiating on their behalf. In fact, I challenge you to prove your union dues are a good value by helping us to pass this legislation and keeping your own members. Since I began with a quote from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., it's only fitting I end with this one. Dr. King said, "Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter." Thankfully, by introducing this legislation, that day is not today. Thank you.